What's going on? Winner's your boy Loso 2.0, and I got Diego Sims over here with me, man. Just start off, I guess, really by just introducing yourself a little bit more, maybe like what you do and like where you from.
All right, my name Diego. I'm from Washington D.C. Right now, I just go to work. I take an IT program, like it's just learning a new skill that I ain't know before,
Hmm.
and I also do volunteer work in my community with children.
Okay. All right. So from DC, I mean, me personally, I've been to DC like I'm gonna say like 4 or 5 times, bro, in this last year. But I love going there. I ain't gonna lie. It's
Ain't
nice,
gonna
like vibes.
lie, like in the past, since I've been to college, since 2019 to now, it's been a lot like more like I don't know how to put it. Like DC been in the mix as far as like out of town is knowing what's going on and what to do when they come here, kind of.
Yeah, bro. I've been going there. Like when me and my friends went there, we went to like was it St. Eves or St.
Yeah,
Eves or
St.
whatever.
Louis, that's a
Yup,
nice,
Rose
nice.
Bar, all that stuff like that. Like we just be going on that nice little strip right there, and I'm like, dang, like DC is like lit to be honest with you, because
Yeah,
we
a lot of
never
people
been in.
don't know or didn't know at first.
Yeah, bro, like just that stuff. And I know I'm going there next month too, because Rod Wave having a concert too, so I'm gonna be
Yeah, a
out
lot
there
of
next
people
month.
been talking about that, like
Yeah.
even from out of town, like dang. But
Yeah. No, man. So being from DC, how was it like growing up there though? Like I said, I only been to like the good parts. So I
I
didn't know the
ain't
whole
gonna lie,
town.
like I when I went to college, everybody is like, I was so like, it was a culture shock because even from my own city, kind of like, people was like, it's just the White House there, and I'm just like, what you mean? Like, they like, yeah, what is really like, what's going on in DC? Blah, like they will have you'll have a conversation, you'll introduce yourself, and like, I'm from DC, and they be like, all they think about is the White House and the president. Like they ask you, like, do you see the president? I just seen the White House the first time this summer with my two eyes.
Oh snap.
So like DC isn't a bad place and it isn't like a good place at the same time. Like
Yeah.
it's a mix. I feel like it's like every other inner city because you
Hmm.
got good, you got bad, you got a little bit in between. You're gonna run into problems as far as like a lot of people here, like they be having real, I don't want to cuss on it, but messed up living situations, and
No, that's cool, bro. You can do
that really
that.
like that really play a factor in their mental health. Like they've been
Hmm.
growing up that way, so they think it's like kind of okay or that's just the normal. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been to other inner cities. Like I get to see like as more getting older, start traveling. Like traveling been
Hmm.
the key for me. I see like every city kind of the same. Like it's a good part and it's a bad part, or a hood and a downtown, basically like everywhere. But I don't know. Growing up here wasn't bad. I played sports. I met a lot of people because like I had the type parents like they made you go outside and do stuff. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't no sitting in the house playing the game. Like yeah, I had multiple video games, but like
Hmm.
it was one point in time I had a PlayStation 2 in every room in my house, but like I was outside with my friends. I still play the game, but like I was mainly outside doing something, playing sports, like or
Hmm.
just in the community playing with kids. That's my age.
Hmm.
Too much to it. I seen a lot of crazy stuff too, like just in my environment that I know at a young age you ain't supposed to see. So
Hmm.
stuff like that just kind of kept me well minded, like well, like to stay on track
Hmm.
because it's
That's funny,
easy.
because I was about to ask you that. Like, how did you feel like, seeing some of the things, like, because like you said, every place does got have, pretty much like have a hood. I mean, I feel like, going to DSU, to me, I was actually surprised when I went there too, because I was like, most of the people that were there weren't even like from Delaware, and it was like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
like,
it was a real culture shock. Like it was this, like all right, going to DSU. Wait, what was the question?
no, no, no. I was saying like so like, I was about to go into basically what was your experience like with DSU too as well. But yeah, go
All
ahead,
right,
go ahead.
but going to DSU my freshman year, it was like it's different from what it is now to like now, which is crazy. But it was like this, like these kids is from DC, these kids is from New York, these kids is from Philly, these kids is from Jersey, and like I don't know, I never been to like I'm gonna just hang with who I know. Like I always meet new people and
Hmm.
network, no matter if it's like small things as far as like working out together or going to Conrad or going to the cab together, like small stuff like that. Like I ain't never really been like one minded when like especially when I got to college. But
Hmm.
it was a lot of like just sanction with your city kind of vibes. But when you get around each other, you get to pick up on lingo, like different styles. Like it got to the point I could tell what somebody from by just looking at them talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just got crazy. Like you start learning a lot more faster. Then
Hmm.
another thing with like going to college that I like you might every like it was one week, like it was one semester every weekend. I'm going to another city. Like we just vibing with this city and getting to see how they really live. So it was never like if people might stay one minded or stay to themselves, they might not get to experience that. But that's the one thing I did like picking up from college.
I feel like now what you're saying, the reason why it's more sanctioned off too, has to kind of do a little bit with COVID and how everybody had to be on Zoom and you couldn't be like social and
Yeah,
all that stuff. So now it's like it's affecting how other people communicate
yeah,
and making new friends and stuff like that. Where you know when we went to DSU, you didn't really have to deal with that as much. It was kind of like everybody was just around and just mixing in, like you said, different cultures. Like I can tell, like even from your accent, I was like, yo, this dude's from DC. Like,
yeah.
and then New York, you can tell New York, Philly, I can tell was similar, like Delaware and stuff. But yeah, no, that's funny too as well. I really think it has a lot to do with that. Now, when you went to DSU, what was your major when you went there?
I went there to study kinesiology. That was my major,
Kinesia.
major I graduated with. But the weird thing about see me, like my life a little bit different. I really went to college. I didn't know that you had to have a major. Like I knew it was majors, but like I never even thought that far. Like I swear to God, like
Hmm.
I made the decision like my same year as my 12th grade year. I'm like, I'm gonna just go to college. So I
Hmm.
really didn't have nothing planned. I was that or the firefighter program, which
Hmm.
isn't bad in DC. They make money and stuff, but like I was persuaded by my parents and my family, like just go ahead, go to school.
Yeah, I feel like, but I mean, a lot of people are probably dealing with that too, though. Like, even me personally. So I went to, it's funny, I studied kinesiology too. And I got a
I
degree in kinesiology, but I don't do anything with kinesiology, like, at all.
yeah,
Like,
like
I just,
now that I graduated, I should have been to school for business or
yeah.
computer science or something. It's crazy, but like I did learn a lot in kinesiology, so it's still useful and very helpful because I like to do things in that field with my hands.
No, for sure, for sure. And like I said, a lot of people probably dealing with that. Like me personally, like so I went to DSU, I transferred like my last 2 years. My first 2 years, I went junior college, I went JUCO, and I was
Mhm.
playing basketball, and they were like, pick a major. So I was just like, all right, this one. They're like, all right, bet that's the one you want. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like that happened to me too.
That's exactly kind of what happened to me. What you want to major? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, give me something that do with sports, and they like kinesiology. But
So
I'm happy it played out.
would
Well,
you recommend, like, let's say someone was graduating from high school and they didn't know like what they wanted to do as far as like their major wise, them taking like that gap year, or do you feel like the people that take the gap year never end up going back to college?
honestly, I feel like everybody experience is different. Everybody journey is different. Everybody
Hmm.
God wrote your journey different from everybody. So it's really up to you to figure it out. Like I'm a person like I don't want to say I go with the flow, but a lot of stuff like I don't like now that I'm old. I research a lot of stuff now, but
Hmm.
before I was just going with the flow. Whatever sounded the best for me is what I
Hmm.
did. So that's how I feel like you should research what you're doing, first of all, how you want to do it, and where, as far as
Mhm.
college. Because I
Yeah.
ultimately like another reason I had went to DSU
Mhm.
was because the college I wanted to go to, my counselor, my high school counselor, just flat out told me like that's above your budget. I'm like, damn.
Dang.
Like you should just look into these school. It was a bunch of HBCUs, but the school I wanted to go to was FAMU. It was HBCU,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I know somebody.
it was just like these more affordable for you and your parents. So that's how I picked DSU.
Nah, that's what's up though. So you made the decision based off of like what was more affordable for you. Because
Yeah.
I know some people they just go and like you said, everybody's journey is different. But some people they just like I want to
But
go
some
here for
people
certain.
out here picking blind.
Yeah.
Like literally, like people. I know a lot of people that came to DSU like the past few years from my city just because they probably heard it was a lot of partying and it's turned, but they ain't they ain't the reason you want to be going to college. So
Sure,
yeah,
for sure. It's perks. I mean, it's a perk to it, but it's not like you don't want it to be the main thing because then
yeah,
it's like
main attraction.
you want to be set. You want to be set up. So after graduating from college and stuff like that, I've been talking to a couple people even on the podcast, and they kind of go through this. I want to kind of hear what your experience is, but they kind of go through this thing where like they feel like even depressed maybe because they're like, yo, I don't know what to do. I feel like they just thought they were just gonna be set up with a job right out of school in their field and stuff. So like, how was your experience like upon graduating DSU?
The same exact thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, but I'm not gonna lie. They have like an offer to work somewhere in Delaware, but
Hmm.
I just couldn't with that vibe. It was in Smyrna, if you know what that's at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like, I ain't gonna say they racist, but I just wasn't feeling the energy there. So that's why I just came back home. So I'm thinking I'm gonna
Mhm.
just be able to still get a job just because I got a degree, but it ain't work out. Everything was a peaches and cream. I started working as a trash truck man,
Mhm.
like stuff that has nothing to do with my major. I don't work there no more, but now like I'm finally like getting in the right direction. Plus, I feel like this was needed though. Like I needed a break away from everything because like I'm an overachiever type of person. So like
Mhm.
if I feel like I'm sitting or depressed or something for too long, like I don't know, something just switching me. Like you gotta get up
Mhm.
and go get it.
No,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. So were
But
your
now,
parents like supportive too as well? Like, because you say like you went back home and stuff like that. Have your parents been real supportive of like,
yeah.
journey and trying to help you figure stuff out?
Like, all right, I don't know if it's because I'm the middle child or what, but I got a mom she gonna send you out there to go figure it out. Like, ain't no
Mm,
handouts for real. She don't get me wrong, like she will help you, but you are still here every day. Did you apply to them? Did you do this? Did you do that? Where you what's your application status like every day, like nonstop? Like so my mom was very supportive. It's just like be patient as well too.
mhm.
Cause like you said, I was starting to get depressed. I'm like, I shouldn't have never listened to nobody. Honestly, like that's how I was feeling coming out of college. But now I work at a job that's in my field, but I'm still looking for another job in the
Mhm.
same field.
No, this was something to have supportive parents. I mean, a lot of people that I actually just had somebody else and they were doing like entrepreneurship, but they was talking about how like they feel like but people becoming successful, like obviously there's people that one off, they just like just different things happen, different situations, they're able to just work hard. But like they feel like a lot of the real successful people and also like it has a lot to tailor to like how almost like how they were raised too. Like their parents and stuff, like they really play like a big part in just like their mindset and stuff like that. So like you said, you felt like your mom was real supportive and just like with your mindset. Even it sounds like she was supportive in another way where a lot of people, even not just family but friends too, they're just like, oh, like they're gonna support you, but it's kind of like they're not going to tell you when you're doing wrong. It sounds like
Yeah,
your mom's like, no, like, yo, did you do this? Did you do this? Like trying to really
yeah,
like push you. And do you feel like that was really helpful for you too?
yeah.
Man, that's good. Man, that's good. That's definitely good too as
I'll
well.
be another thing like for younger people. I feel like now that I've been through the college and all that stuff, the easiest way to get a job is networking. It's not about what credentials. Like just network with the right people, they gonna get you in there.
It really
Especially
is.
in the field that you want to get into. Like
Hmm.
it's okay to have a job too. Like just because it's not what you went to school for, you still gonna be making money. You still gotta pay student loans. So it's like the world don't stop because you having a bad day or a cloudy day or bad judgment or thought you had bad. You just can't go off the past and just keep going.
Yo, that's actually a real important thing that you just said too. Like, oh, like you said, a lot of people think I'm not gonna lie, even I kind of fell into that thing. Like that category was just like, all right. When I graduated, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be good. I'm just gonna get a job in my field, whatever. I'm just gonna deal with that. Well, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur and stuff, but then it was like once I graduated, I'm like, dang, where the the offers at? It's like they not piling up. I didn't
Yeah.
realize you had to really like network and stuff
Yeah,
like
you really
that.
got a network. Like I was like Jane. All right, so I graduated in December,
Mhm.
but I didn't walk until May. But like from January, February, March, like that whole 3 month span, I was just like going into places like who's your hiring manager? Just trying to talk to somebody. I'm getting emails. I'm emailing a whole bunch of people. Just every day was doing that, and then I'm like, I fell into depression. So, but I still got where I needed to be. What's this? What month is this? October.
Yeah.
So about 6 months later. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
everything just take time.
It definitely does. People a lot of times people see like especially with social media now and stuff. People just see all the good stuff like oh you got a
Yeah,
job, they got the money. They don't see you like you said you walking into places, emailing people. Like even for me, like I just spoke at this like this place for like little kids like that. It's like in my neighborhood, and like it took me about a year straight of just like calling people, email people, so like, just to make that little bit of money, just to get that speaking gig. And it's like they don't
yeah,
see all the hours put on the background. They just see like, oh, look, they just did that. So that's where that might. Do you feel like that also probably played a part to your depression, like social media?
yeah, definitely. Like recently, I took a break. Like I really just deleted my Instagram. Delete this. The if you having like depression, I guarantee you the number one cause is social media. Like you said, you get to see everybody else only posting the good, but nobody posting the hard work, the bad, the failures.
Mhm.
So I had to cope with that too. But now I just like if I feel off, I delete the whole social media stuff. Like really been like a few weeks without of it. It's hard too, but it ain't that hard. Like I rather go read a book nowadays. Like I don't know if I'm getting older, but yeah, I definitely go read a book or something. Keep my mind off that type stuff.
Nah, that's true. That my man's you doing the same thing. Like he'll just delete social media. I was telling him like, or he'll deactivate it,
Yeah,
take it
dude,
off
I
his phone or whatever. Every once in a while, maybe when it's like getting closer to like an event, like homecoming, he like, all right, let me activate it so I can post a picture, and then it's like, all right,
yeah,
let me take it down again, because he feels like that just starts playing into like so much stuff for
it's
him, like
just
depression.
distraction. It's nothing but distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I could be. I plan my days out, and I can have something planned, and I look at my phone. It been 2 hours. I've been scrolling, doing nothing on Instagram,
Yeah.
knowing I got stuff to do. Like, so now it just be a whole lot of do not disturb
Mhm.
your phone to them features that they got. Just at certain times and stuff, it notify me like get off it, and I get off.
Yo, that's so true. Actually, that you said that because I'm like, I was thinking that too. I be sometimes I'll have like a whole agenda built out, like, all right, cool, and then I'll just look down at my phone, and I'll swear it'd be like 30 seconds, but then I look up and it's like,
Yeah,
dang, like,
like where the time just go at? I was supposed to be on here for 10 minutes. Nah, for real.
You look up and the old days is gone. Nah,
Yeah.
that's definitely good. That's what's up though. So definitely starting to get now a job in your field now. You said, you was talking about your experience with growing up in DC, picking college, stuff like that. Now, even though I know a lot of the part is like locking in, trying to work your job, trying to get money, but like what are some of the things that you do like for hobbies and stuff like that to keep that balance between, just life, what I mean? How do you like kind of blow off steam?
My number one thing to do now, like I've been like like I've been my whole life exercising. Like
Mm,
when I was little, I remember doing push ups for no reason, but like now I really use exercise to like get my mind off stuff. Like even after work, I didn't work out today because I knew we had a interview with you today, but
mm,
I was like, I need to go running or hit the weight room, but I forgot I did have you scheduled. So yeah, text me like right before I was going to go to the gym, but I try to work out every day after work or whatever, when I
mm,
get home from whatever I was doing to early in that day. Number two, my favorite, my other favorite hobby is traveling. Though, like it don't even gotta be a real trip, like
mm,
to out of town, out the state, out of my state, or out of my city.
mm.
Like some stuff, like I never experienced growing up here in the DMV, so I just take the time out to go do stuff like that. Whether it's going to a park, and I say a park, I'm not talking about no playground, but like a
Yeah, yeah, I know
real
what you mean.
nature park.
uh,
Just monuments, museums. This summer was the first time I've been to a few museums. I always heard about them, but I never went.
mhm.
Just the scenery here. It's a beautiful side to the city. Like I said, everything not
Yeah.
just bad, even though it's a lot of high rate crime going on right now.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah. Now, that's crazy. It's even crazy that you say that. I swear, because I was one of those people that was like, Washington D.C. All I thought was the freaking like just one
yeah,
street, and
that's
it
the
was just like,
only.
all
They
right,
say
this is the.
so. What you went to like every this at conversation? I mean at DSU, every conversation went like. So where you from? And I say DC. They're like, oh, so you seen the president? Like, no, I never seen the house that he live in. I just seen
The-
it for the first
No,
time.
that's so true though. I really thought like that was, but that's good though. Working out, blowing off steam with traveling stuff. I feel like even personally myself, that's been something that. So my basically like my closest friend,
Movie.
his father just passed away like this year.
Yeah,
So he's been big on like his dad was always like, yo, start traveling and all stuff like that. And like after school, we started making good money. It was like, you only live once. We like, dang, like we need to start traveling, just like hanging
yeah.
out, with the guys and stuff like that. So that's what we started doing too. Is that kind of like how you started getting into you? Like you be going on trips with the guys and all that?
So like I really got into traveling because all right, this is going back to growing up in DC. By the time I got to college, a lot of like people I knew going to school and my friends, they
Mhm.
died. Like they really
Yeah.
got killed. So it was like, damn. If they dying at a young age, I ain't saying I'm a die at a young age, but like if they ain't get to experience life yet, like what am I doing? I'm still living.
Hmm.
So that like was a real big thing for me, like ever since 2019, ever since I got to college, like just going to see other stuff that you ain't never going to see or do before.
Yeah. Nah, that's true. That's true. Like you said, you only live once, and I mean, it's fun too to experience. Like I said, like when I went to, and me like, so I live like in Delaware.
Yeah,
So I only the only places I knew was Delaware and Philly, because it was like, because like Delaware
yeah,
and Philly like right there. Not Smyrna and Dover, like Wilmington though.
yeah, yeah. I get what
um,
you're saying. I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. So like I was like, yo, but then like we were just thinking about it. I'm like, we got New York that's 2 hours away from us.
Yeah,
Philly 45 minutes, but we always go there. DC 2 hours from us. But I barely been to Maryland before. I've never been to Virginia in my life. I'm like, yo, it's all these places. Let's like we really could drive, just take a weekend trip
they could
there.
just
But it
take
was
a
like we
weekend
never did it though.
get away. Yeah,
So it was like, yeah, just making that leap to like, yo, let's just go out there and experience. And like I said, we went to DC and I'm like, yo, this is like I'm just looking again. I only know the good parts. I'm like, yo, this is like something I could live here. Like I like the vibes of just like
a
a
lot
bigger
of
city
people
type of
say
thing.
that. Like it'd be crazy. They be like, I'm going to move to your city. like females, they like, I'm going to come live in DC, blah blah blah. I'm like, you sure? They like, yeah, I love it there. Like, really, so many
Nah,
people say that.
the vibe is like good. Like I said, the part that I was at, it was like because I like cities, but I also don't like. I don't want to live in the trenches either, though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like, cause I
yeah, yeah.
seen, I lived in Philly before, lived in, Wilmington, Delaware. I'm like, nah, I definitely don't want to live in there, but I do want to be in the city, like,
Yeah,
maybe a high rise type condo type of thing.
yeah. I
Like, I
feel the
would do
same
that.
way though.
Like, I would definitely do that. And I feel like, and I seen DC at that a lot. And I've been a couple places too. I went to Houston. You ever been to Houston before?
Yeah, I've been to Houston, Dallas a few summers ago.
Yeah, Houston was fun, but it was just too fast for me. I feel like DC was like the perfect mixture to me. It was like it was not good things, fun things to do, but it's like you can also like I feel like it's big in networking too. Like
Yeah, yeah.
just people you could
But
just go
I
out
don't-
and just meet.
when I like go downtown, like this summer I work downtown,
Hmm.
it'd be like kind of weird because like I live in a hood or whatever, the ghetto near whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
You see like other people and they just out going about it. They just it don't feel weird, but it's like they really here in my city. Like when I see a different ethnicity of person,
Hmm.
like they might be at work or whatever. Like damn, they really live here. Sometimes like it really be blowing my mind sometimes. But now that I'm old, I'm like getting used to it.
Yeah, and used to seeing all that stuff like that. Now I know you said like one of the things you did to blow off steam was to like work out and stuff. Do you feel like because me, I personally, I experienced that like after college, and I played sports all like basically majority of my life. So I feel like that was my way of working out. But then it was like
Yeah.
after college and after sports, it was like nothing was forcing me to go to the gym. So I
There's
like gained a
nothing.
whole bunch of weight.
That's the force right there. You having a bad day. Simple as that. Like I swear to God, I could have a something could happen to me 2 hours ago. Now I think about I just go work out.
Yeah.
Nah,
you,
for real. Like
you feel like it was tougher to like start working out outside of college, or it was like something you just already was like you was already hit to like good.
um so at DSU I could say because like I was an ex-athlete, whatever you want to say. But
Hmm.
I didn't play for them or nothing. I
Hmm.
was on a trial, whatever, but like it just wasn't working. Like the timing, my classes, the timing. Like by the time
Hmm.
I get out of class, I would have. It's like I wouldn't even have time to eat. I didn't even have time to eat some days.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was about. But honestly, like I really work out to blow off steam now. Like
Hmm.
that's the only reason I'm gonna go to the gym. But like this summer, like I was gonna join like a semi, not a semi protein, but like just a men's league.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like that's another way. If you want to exercise and you don't want to feel like you forcing yourself, like get a group of people that's into the same things you into to
Hmm.
cohort and do the activities and hobbies you like. That's another problem I had at first, like just hanging around people who you have to generally have the same interests and perspective of things.
Mm. That's actually part. I was gonna ask you about that because they say that like your environment is pretty much like 80% of like your ability to succeed in something. And I felt like me personally growing up, like I have friends that they were in similar situations, but we all kind of like banded together. I got like two real close friends. It's like we really banded together. Well, not really like five. I ain't gonna say that just in case y'all watching this, bro. I'm mess with all y'all, but like we all like a
Mhm.
little group chat and like we all grew up together. But it's like we all doing different things, but we all being successful and we push each other, even though we came from like bad environments. But some people they don't have that, you know what I mean? And they're just hanging out with people that are like that they grew up with that just really haven't been on that same path. Do you feel like that like you hang out with people that are similar, that trying to be on the grind, same mindset as you too?
All right, so like I hang I still hang out in the environments I grew up to, but I'm not there for a long time and
For
I'm
sure.
not I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm not there just I'm trying to either network something or I'm just truly there to relax and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not there in a long time. But
Mm-hmm.
my college friends, I still speak to them and see them whenever. Like it's nothing but a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nah,
like
for sure.
as far as hanging out with people like daily and stuff, I just be going to work. I be catching up with my friends on the weekends, just like
Yeah,
how
for sure.
homecoming last weekend. I got to see all my friends. Like some people
Hmm.
might feel like this and that, but it's nothing truly too personal. I just be in my own little bubble.
Yeah, no, it does feel like that. Like life is just like that constant grind. Like it's just that's how like same thing. I'll see like some of my friends like every other weekend or maybe like once a
Yeah,
month, but it's like work, working out, business. You know, I come home, do the business stuff, eat, sleep, wake up, do the same thing each and every single day. Pretty much Sunday. Well, I work dang there every day, so it'll be like I
yeah.
just feel like that's the same thing every single day. But I get they able to blow off my steam doing similar things that you said, like hanging out with my friends, working out, um, just traveling and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. So I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you might be the second person from DC that I had on here. Nah, because I don't know if you know Jordan. He went to DSU too. Played basketball.
Nah, I don't
Ah,
know.
okay. He was the
What
first
year?
one.
What year did you graduate?
He graduated in 2022. Now I think he's still in college. He goes to Claflin University. Play for them.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Well, listen, I think he's from the same area though.
yeah.
But yeah. I know he sounded like it was similar, pretty much like he was saying similar things about growing up in DC, and then even similar things that you were saying too as well. Um, but if you had to leave like one last piece of advice for any maybe someone come growing up in DC, or even someone that went to DSU, or someone with even some type of semblance of your type of past too as well, what would you say for them?
One piece I would say is like step outside your comfort zone. Like it didn't take me a while, but it did take me a while. Like it took for me to see a lot of people dying, which is not good to
Mm,
finally be like I'm just step out my comfort zone and be myself. So
mm,
the main thing I got to say for anybody is to be yourself. Like so what other people opinions don't matter. Everybody is not valid because you're the only one who's going to be able to live your life.
sure.
Simple as that. Like
For
be
sure, for
yourself.
sure. Thank you. For one, thank you for. I'm sorry, bro. I messed up your workout schedule.
That's
As
cool.
you
I
going
probably
on.
still get a chance to work out. It's only
So no, I
8:30.
definitely appreciate you taking the time out. Now if anyone wants to reach out to you, whether it may be just to even talk or maybe even get some advice on, they may be just graduating, they just want to get some advice. How can they contact you too as well?
You can follow me on LinkedIn too.
Hmm.
Let me see. It should be my regular full name, but my LinkedIn profile is yes Diego Simms.
Okay.
D
All right.
apostrophe AGO SIMMS.
Okay.
I also
All
do
right.
YouTube too, but I don't know who's gonna see this. So
You said what?
I would keep it professional.
Nah, bro. Listen. It's okay.
Oh,
Nah, it really is. Yeah,
y'all
it's
can
really okay.
add me on YouTube too. Is Life of Collector. So
Hmm.
I
Oh, it's
just
like
hmm?
you like make music and stuff too?
Nah, I'll just be vlogging on the
You just be vlogging?
weekends.
All right, man.
Like,
Yeah, definitely do that too as well,
I be
bro.
trying to tap into that because, like I said, I be in my own bubble. I be doing stuff like I ain't never see myself ever doing in life. So it'd be cool to me sometimes to just go watch my own videos. I don't be on that. I'm trying to make some money as well.
For sure though. But
Yeah.
yeah, bro, ain't nothing wrong with that too as well. You know what I mean? Definitely. So you got a vlog that you too. All right, cool. So I'm gonna subscribe to as well after this. And when I send that stuff over too. Yeah, bro. It's funny, I always thought about doing that too as well, like doing vlogging too as well. But my friends sometimes they like, nah, I don't want to do that because they sometimes they be doing stuff that's not
Yeah,
professional.
that's why I was like, I don't know. But I always wanted to vlog too, but like I just wasn't comfortable. I never stepped outside of my comfort zone, like until
Mhm.
I got older. So just doing stuff that I feel like I should be doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. All right, cool. Thank you, man, again, for appreciate you for taking the time out to come on the
No problem.
podcast. Helped out a lot too as well. Um, y'all heard him. Definitely follow him on LinkedIn. Go subscribe to the YouTube. I'll put it in the description too as well. And then like I said, I'll send over everything over to you. Again, appreciate it, bro.
No
Um,
problem.
that's really all I had. Everything else for you guys. Keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you guys pray for success like this. I'll talk to you.
See ya, man.